video page to show you what would be included if you were to implement Greenius within your company. We have construction, so about 5 videos in construction. We have some snow modules as well, a couple more coming on board this year. And honestly, I should have had the names for you guys. I'll definitely get those out to you. They'll probably be ready within the new year, and you guys will have access to those as well. We have a bunch of maintenance modules right here on the right-hand side, and we have some general training as well. Now, any Canadian companies, we have regulatory. Here in Canada, we have some government-required modules. Those are also available to any Canadian account. Okay. We also have a crew leader training series. We'll go a little bit more into details about that in a few minutes. But these are the videos that you guys would have access to if you came onto board with Greenius. It's about 40 videos, and again, all in English and Spanish. So our system has 3 components to it. We have a video for guys to watch. It's about a specific piece of equipment. And then we have an exam that follows that video just to test their knowledge on if they're paying attention to the video or not. After they finish the video, they've taken the exam and have passed, they have on-field checklists to complete. So you want to make sure those guys are out in the field and they actually know how to properly handle that piece of equipment, and you are able to see that they know how to run that piece of equipment. Okay, I'm going to hop over here into our system. Let me just move the side panel over. Give me 1 second here. This is our homepage of our website. So our software has nothing, you don't have to download anything. It's fairly straightforward to use. You just log in the top right-hand corner of our website. So for the employees, they'd be logging in on the left-hand side of our homepage and with an ID number, and that's how they would access our training. And then managers would log in on the right-hand side. Okay, I'm just gonna log into my system here. And I'm just briefly gonna go over some of the features that we have. I'm not going to go too far into details. I just want you guys to get a feel for how easy it is to use this system, because sometimes implementing softwares into your company can be fairly intimidating and you feel like it's going to be super time consuming. So I just want to get you guys a better understanding of how easy it would be to implement Greenius. So here at the top of our page, and hopefully everyone can see it okay. And if you guys have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask in the chat section, and I'll get to them at the end of my discussion with you when we can answer any questions together. And if there's something I can't answer, I'll definitely get you the answer by the end of the day today. Oh, we got one chat here. Okay. So here at the top of the page, we have our all of the icons. This is how you're going to navigate your way around the system. So we have add employee, very straightforward. All you do is put their first name, last name in, and then get some modules assigned to that specific employee, and set a due date for the modules. Once you've done that, they get an access code. They can go ahead and start the training right away. Okay, same thing for supervisors. And again, I'll get to your packages at the end of this conversation, and you'll be able to get a better understanding of the difference between the equipment package and the crew leader training package. Here's where all your employees will be held. It's just a file. You can see how employees are doing the training. You can view exam scores, print diplomas, edit names. We have a group training option as well. Sometimes if you're a larger company or you have Spanish-speaking employees, you would prefer to do it in a group training setting. So all the employees that come in on a specific day, set up a projector screen, watch the videos together, take the exams together, and kind of make it a group discussion. Or you can make the employees do it individually. There's a couple options for you guys in our system. Okay, again, like I said, we have videos, exams, and on-field checklists set up in our system. So here you're able to edit all of our training checklists. Of course, our videos, they're already done. They're brand generic. They're basic equipment training videos, about 15 to 20 minutes long, depending on the piece of equipment. If there's something in the video that you don't necessarily agree with, or you think there should be some more information included specifically for that piece of equipment, you can always edit our checklists. They're all customizable. Okay, so once you get on the field and you want to show that employee how to properly handle that piece of equipment hands-on, you're able to add and delete points in our checklist here. Okay, you're able to add and edit managers at anytime you're able to add additional people to have access to the system, that way they can go in and print out handouts for you guys. Instead of owners having to do it themselves, you guys get super busy, of course. Training reports, this is a great tool. A lot of our clients use it. It has a list at the very top here. I have a lot of employees in here, so it'll take a second to load. But at the very top, we have all of the modules that we have training for. And on the left-hand side, we have the names of employees. And then you'll see there'll be exam scores here. The A stands for assigned. Once the employees have completed the training with a passing score, there'll be about an 87%, hopefully 100%. This is something that you can export into an Excel spreadsheet and send off to insurance companies. A lot of our clients will do that. Or you can even print it off and post it around the workplace, showing employees who's completed all training and some exam scores for that. So just reporting tools here. Tailgate library. We have about 110 tailgate talks in our library. Again, extra training pieces. We have it in paper, which this would be where you print it. So if you view here, you can see that we have extra training material. This is for like Monday morning, Tuesday morning meetings, something to discuss with your employees. We have about 110 options in here. This is the paper format. We also have paperless, and we'll jump to that in a little bit. Okay. So some of the reasons why clients would use Greenius is it helps with the onboarding process of new employees. It's really important, especially throughout your busy season, when you might be neglecting a new hire coming on because you guys are swamped with work. You might not be able to give them the proper training. And this Greenius is somewhere like they can give them some education and some training just to get them in the door. So it's really good for onboarding process. It's also good for the hiring process. So you can weed out some of maybe the bad hires. If they don't complete the training before they start with your company, you may not want to hire them on if they can't accomplish maybe 5 videos that you assigned for them before day one. We know that there's an increasing difficulty of finding and keeping the right people within the companies. So we want to be able to build and develop those employees, hence why we provide a crew leader training series as well. We want to help those key players in your company transition into some leadership roles, which again, I will open this video list for you. And when I say transition from a key player to a leadership role, I'm talking about coaching and motivating, customers count, how to deal with difficult employees. We want to make sure that, of course, everyone in the company has a different personality trait. We want to make sure that when there's conflict that arises, how we can handle that conflict with someone that might be extroverted or introverted, and so on and so forth. We have meeting and beating the budget. So what does budgeting look like from an owner's perspective? You want your key players, of course, your crew leaders, to understand budgeting. Planning your day and morning preparation. How can you be the most efficient throughout your day? Quality counts. What does a quality job look like? Safety and training, and of course, supervisor defensive driving. So that's an 8-piece course. If you were to sign up with Greenius, we would give you access to 2 of these crew leader trainings for free. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You can put 2 crew leaders or key players that are transitioning into crew leader roles, 2 people through this program, this 8-piece course. All right. Does anyone have any questions so far, just about the back end of the system? I'm open to any sort of conversation here, just so I don't jump ahead too far.
Can you go back to the videos or to the list that you were just on?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So they get access to 2 of the supervisors, but then they also have all of the other videos as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to tell you this at the end, but I'll tell you guys now since we're on this page.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. No problem. You're looking at $83 a month to get unlimited access to all of these videos, minus the supervisor training. For $83 a month is what we bill you at, and then you guys get a 12.5% rebate back. I believe it is, Jennifer, right? At the end of the season? Is that what it is?
That is right.
So you're actually looking at $73 a month after your rebate. We bill you for $83, but you're actually looking at paying $73 a month, and you have unlimited access to our construction, snow, general, and maintenance videos. Okay, and then you get, on top of that, you get 2 free crew leader supervisor training series packages. Any additional ones after you put 2 people through will be $199 per person. So if you want another crew leader to go through the training, your 3rd guy in your company, it'd be $199. So $199 to get this 8-piece course. Okay, that's kind of how our pricing works, just while we're on this page, just to see what you have access to. I'm going to jump over to the next page here. And I don't think there's been any questions yet. Let me just see here. I don't know where the chat page is. Jennifer, can you see the chat page at all?
Yes, I see it. Where it's on our with our cameras.
Do you see any questions at all? I don't know why I can't locate it. No?
No, I don't see any questions right now.
Everyone's kind of following along. Not too many questions. Okay. So I'll continue on. I just want to show you guys the back end of our system, our app that we have. So our app is for the hands-on portion, and we also have the tailgates in the app as well. So we just have a question here, I think. Oh. So I'm going to log in, and this is accessible from your phones, tablets, of course, desktops, laptops. You can access this anywhere. Same thing goes for our videos and our exams. It's accessible on any mobile device. Okay, so here's our app. So once you open it on your phone, this is what it will look like. We have checklist and tailgate. Very straightforward. You're going out into the field and you want to make sure your employees know what they're doing with the hands-on portion. Does this training include WMIS? So there's a couple questions here. Ray asked, does this training include WMIS? Yes, it includes WMIS for Canada, of course, and we have the new WMIS with GHS also for you guys. Carol asks, is the $83 per employee or per company? It's $83 per month per company. So you have $83 per month for 12 months. And that will give you unlimited access to however many people you have in your company to get trained on the videos. Does that make sense? Does that answer you guys' questions?
So the $199, explain that a little bit more.
Yep, so you have 2 free crew leader trainings.
Right.
And then any additional ones, so your 3rd, 4th, 5th crew leader in your company, you're paying $199 for the additional crew leader for the 8-piece course. So we could tie that into your monthly payments, divide it by 12 or 11 months, depending on when you want to purchase that additional spot. But that is always an option, but it'd be $199 additional. Okay. So here is our checklist app. So this is the hands-on portion. So once they finish the video and have taken the exam, we're going to use Arden for example here. Arden has completed 2 videos, 2 exams, and she's ready to do the hands-on portion. So we're going to click on Arden, and here's WMIS of GHS. There you go, Ray. But we're going to skip over to truck and trailer, so it applies to everybody, not just Canada. Now I have add more workers. So I have more work. If I have Erin in front of me, Matt, and Walter, I'm able to get this checklist done for them all at the same time. So I'm going to add Erin and Matt into here as well. They're in front of me. I want to get them all done, completed the hands-on portion for truck and trailer. We're going to hit continue. We're going to confirm workers are there. We're going to start the checklist. Here's just going to ask you some questions, or you're going to say, spot me as I back the truck towards the trailer, then hook them up. Then you're going to cross up the points that they have completed correctly, and you're going to make sure that you're correcting their mistakes right there on the spot. And then you're going to check them off as you go along. You just be using your finger right on your phone, and you're going to hit next. So run through a truck interior pre-trip inspection. Again, you're going to make them walk through the process, and you are going to check them off as you go along. Run through a truck and trailer exterior pre-trip. Check them off, And this will be for every piece of equipment. That way you guys have documentation in your company. You want those signatures, you want that documentation, just in case, God forbid, anything were to happen at some point down the road. Then you get to the end and you're gonna ask Arden to sign. She's been there, she's completed truck and trailer. This is her employee declaration. Okay, so Arden's just gonna sign right from, like, just using her finger right from her phone, right from your phone, and she's gonna hit I accept. Okay, Erin's gonna sign. Excuse my signatures, guys. I apologize. I'm using my mouse. Hit I accept. Matt's gonna sign. Hit I accept. And of course, the supervisor, the crew leader, whoever's out there conducting this checklist is gonna sign as well, saying that all these employees have gone through their checklists today. They're gonna sign and hit I accept. All of these signatures are then crossed over into the back end of the system. So if anywhere down the road you need access to this documentation, you're able to locate it and have all signatures, the checklist completed, the exam scores, everything again is documented. We're gonna say no to completing a new checklist today. Now we're gonna bump over to tailgate. We have all of our tailgates, about 110 of them, in English and Spanish. So we have both. So we're gonna click on English for now. So like I said before, we do have these in paper form. So if you do want to kick it old school and you like having the paper and the signatures, you're able to you have access to that in the back end of our system. But we also have it where you can access it on a mobile device. So if you're out there in the field and it's Tuesday morning and you're like, let's just go through an additional, let's go talk about defensive driving. Let's add more to defensive driving. We're going to select our crew members. You can also search the company directory just in case you don't see a person's name here. That's right in front of you. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to hit continue. And we're going to confirm the workers are present in front of us. And we're going to hit start tailgate. Again, tailgate talks, toolbox talks, they're additional training material. You just want to go through and make sure that employees are informed as much as you possibly can. Okay, once you go through those points, you'll hit next. The crew leader is going to, or whoever is the owner, whoever's facilitating this tailgate talk, they are just going to sign here. It's not like the checklist. You only have one signature, but everyone here at the top is going to get credit in their history that they were present on this day at this time. Okay, crew leader would sign, hit I accept, and then that's it. So that's kind of our system. Does anyone have any questions about that? I just want to show you guys one more thing too.
Yeah, I didn't see any questions come through, but on those tailgates, can you edit how long and short they are? The tailgate questions?
The tailgate questions?
Yeah. So like when you were checking them off, like y'all taught, you know, like if when they were doing their huddles, they
Yes.
do huddles in the morning. And so when they're doing the huddles and they have their group there and they choose the people that are there, they go through the list of the tailgate. Can you edit, like, there was like 20 questions.
Yes.
But can they edit it to maybe 10 important ones that they want them to know?
Absolutely. Everything is customizable when it comes to our checklist and our tailgates. We also have a feature in the back end of our system here too. You can add your own tailgate. So if you have a piece of equipment that you want, or you want to have a discussion because something specific happened in your company, you're able to add your own tailgate talk here, and it will automatically cross over into the app.
Now, do you guys have different videos? Like, what if there isn't a specific video for them to watch? Do you guys have those on file, like there at Greenius, that maybe they could say they needed, you know, a new tool so they don't find the video? You guys can send it to them?
No, we don't have that. No, we do build videos as we go along. We'll be introducing transportation of dangerous goods, a specific video on pruning, a mini series we're hoping to get for specific pieces of equipment. They'll be smaller, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and that will be like garden beds, container planting. So we'll be getting there eventually. That will probably be within the next year, but we're always building and developing. So if anyone has any suggestions or any feedback for us as we go along, we're always accepting that. Yeah, to build new videos. Yeah, but other than that, we don't. If we don't have the video here that on the list, we don't have access to them going forward.
Do you have access on your screen right now? Do you have access to the Q&A folder?
I do.
The chat folder?
I think I should.
Click on the Q&A. Oh. There's 2 of them in there.
Oh.
Jake Dixon has a great.
Oh, Jake. Okay. Should I be saying this out loud?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Jake Dixon says, we're using the system and I believe that is such a good value that you cannot afford not to do this. We have spent more in one day in training than this cost for the whole year. This will keep all of your records together as well. Great when you onboard new employees in mid-season. Ground Guys of Ottawa loves it. You guys are awesome, Jake. Thank you. We love them. Michael Green says, available in Spanish or other languages. It's only available in English and Spanish, Michael. Okay. Any other questions, guys? I just want to go in and show you I think I have an ID number here, just to see what it looks like for an employee to log in. I'm just going to go back to our homepage. I'm going to go to training login this time. I'm going to log in with a 7-digit ID number. I have it here somewhere.
And where do they get the 7-digit ID number? Is that kind of come from you when they talk to you?
No, once you add them into the company, whoever is running the system for the company will have, once they add the employee, it will automatically generate a training ID for them. Okay. And they'll be able to send it off through email or print off their training instructions. We'll have access to it that way. Okay. So I'm going to hit enter here. And I only threw one in here today, hedge trimmer. So once your guys log in, a couple of questions here. 1 second. Is the subscription a commitment for a year? $83 US dollars, I assume. Yeah, yep, it would be, it's a commitment for a year, yes. So it's 12 months, $83. And if you're in the US, yes, it's US dollars. So this is what your employees would see once they log in to access the training. All they would do is click on the green icon to start the training. They would hit start now, and then the video would appear. Okay, there'll be a video playing, there'll be a narrator, and also stuff that they can read. They just flip through the pages. Every single one of our videos talks about PPE. Very, very important. So what are hedge trimmers? It will talk about proper handling of hedge trimmers, some technique, depending on the video, also safety precautions like how you can hurt a bystander, how you can harm yourself, and things around you, just to look out for, to be aware of. Once you get to the end of these videos, so talk about starting the hedge trimmer. I'm just skipping ahead here so I don't take too much of your time because this video is about 15 minutes. Operating the hedge trimmer. Once you get to the very end, you will back out of here. Oh, sorry guys, give me 1 second here. There should be a close button. I don't see it anywhere, so give me a second here. You'll hit training exam. So be able to exit out of there and hit start now for the exam. About 15 multiple choice questions, just to do with what you just learned in the video. Very straightforward, and you can set the exam score for whatever you feel is appropriate for your company. Usually people set it at 80%, 85%. They can get 2 to 3 questions wrong out of 15 on the exams. So that's the Greenius system. Does anybody have any questions for me? Jennifer, did you want me to go through anything else?
How many times can they go through if say they failed the exam, you know, or they didn't get quite enough, they can take the exam again? I mean, it doesn't
They can take the exam again, and as owners, within the back end of the system, you can see how many times they failed or passed that exam. So they might be struggling. If you go in, you're like, oh, wow, this person has failed 5 times. You have access to that. We want to ask them if they're struggling with something, if anything you can do to help. Maybe they're skipping over the videos and just trying to take the exam. So you do have access to see that. But they can go unlimited times. But the exams are going to change every time that they go in. They won't be the same.
Yeah, so they can't memorize it.
No, they can't memorize it.
And then talk about the one thing that I was curious about was if they have a group of people behind one person trying to take all of it together. Well, if it's just one person that's going to get the certificate.
Yes, yeah. There will only be documentation for that one person. Yeah.
Really benefit.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't happen very often. I don't think it's ever happened really, but yeah. You want to get all your employees through and documentations and signatures. get your due diligence as an owner over with, and it's once a year.
Now, what about when I saw on one of the videos, it was a group. They had pretty much, it was the whole huddle. It was a group of people, and they were doing it all together. They all take a test after that, and then they do the signing on the paper. Is that where you would do like the handheld paper, the old-timey way, way I love to do it?
This is the group training you're referring to?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the group training, you'd watch the video together, take the exams as a group. Just so they get an 85%, everyone will have that 85% individually. And then you guys can go out into the field and do the hands-on portions together as a group as well. So we call that more like the rodeo style, where they can go, they can have a barbecue, they can rotate stations and get it kind of over with in one day. So that isn't
nice. And then if they do print them out and you collect them afterwards, you just scan them and put them in the system? Or how would they go into the system and just check off for them?
It's automatically transferred over. Like
so
everything.
Even if they print them out.
Oh, print them out.
On paper.
Yeah,
on
that's
paper.
That's just for their documents. They would just keep it in a file folder in their offices. Yeah.
Okay, and then the owner can go back in and say, yes, this person did this, this, and this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
As long as they have the documentation, whether it's paper or it's in the system, anyone coming into the workplace asking for them, what are you guys doing for training? If it's paper or system, it's documentation. So you don't need it in both areas, you need it in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stays in the system for 2 years, am I correct?
It stays in the system forever. Yes.
Forever, okay.
Yeah, so
good.
Some clients have been with us for 6 years. They have 6 years documented. Yeah, within their history.
I'm trying to come up with other questions that people may be afraid to ask. I don't know.
If anyone has, feel free to ask anything, guys. It is fairly straightforward. There's not much to it in terms of confusion. Right. Lots of stuff.
Very user-friendly.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah. So I'll hang around here for a little bit to see if there's any more questions you guys may have or come up with. I'm just going to sign out of here.
You show them that trimmer, the hedge trimmer video. You want to show just maybe a little bit of that on a couple of the pages, maybe?
Sure. Log in here. I'm not sure if it's playing.
Oh, okay.
If it's the sound or
hedge trimmers.
Oh, can you hear that? Okay?
The gasoline-powered hedge trimmer is a very useful tool for shearing hedges, shrubs, and evergreens. It is really just a very fast variation of a traditional set of garden shears like these. At the end of this course, you will understand the proper and safe way to operate hedge trimmers, understand the proper safety equipment required for using hedge trimmers, understand the hazards associated with using a hedge trimmer. It will take you about 20 minutes to go through the module lessons and complete the quiz. To begin, select page 2 from the menu below.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
I want that video. I think I like that video best for a training.
What are hedge trimmers? Powered hedge trimmers use 2 blade bars like these, which oscillate back and forth very quickly. There are dozens of sharpened edges along each blade, and as the foliage gets trapped between the 2 blades, the foliage is cut. Powered hedge trimmers also come in electric versions, but the gasoline-powered version is very convenient and fast because the electric cord is not in your way. This tool can be called many different things like gas trimmers, gas shears, or hedge clippers. We will simply call them hedge trimmers.
There's an idea of what our videos would consist of. Okay, got a question here.
You may want to mention that this training can pay for itself, reducing injury and damage to property and equipment.
Just the cost of even replacing a window is excessive, and you don't really realize the cost of it over a year, right? It could be up to $10,000 just replacing windows, and that's just windows, not putting wrong fuel into a machine and the engine's blowing, right? There's lots of stuff that if this had a little bit more knowledge coming in the door, we could decrease those inefficiencies. So yeah, that's a good one, Jake. Yeah, absolutely. Broken equipment and broken windows, maybe damaging a car that's in the driveway. tons of examples that we have. So if you guys want to give me a call anytime, I can definitely go into details about that as well, just specifically towards your company and what you guys are feeling is painful when it comes to broken equipment or injuries.
Okay, well, it's been an hour, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact Erin or myself, whichever you prefer. But Erin's the more knowledgeable one, so definitely give her a call. But thank you, Erin, very much for taking the time, and we did have around a dozen people that were on, so that's great. Spread the word, you guys. Definitely call Erin, go onto the ProTrainNet website, you can get her phone number on there. But thank you, everyone, for being involved, and we'll end the webinar now. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your day. Thanks for being here.